You don't have the go live button up in the corner?
I don't have the go live button. Although maybe I do because I've got the end button.
Yeah,
so
there
maybe
you go.
I also have
that's
the
your go live button. Hey, guess what? We are live
it
right
happened.
now on YouTube. What's up, YouTube?
What if I hit this end button? No, don't do it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. This would be like the shortest show ever. Wow.
What happened to Jeff and Brent? What's going on? What's happening? Oh my gosh. Comments. And then we'll just never answer until the next week.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not.
Hey, where are you? You guys right there? Hey, YouTube, what's going on, guys? I'm Brent.
I'm Jeff.
There we go.
There we go.
My camera's in a new spot right now. Let's hear. What are we doing here? We're talking about Babylon 5. Jeff, I'm excited about today.
Season 2.
Season 2 kicks off, man.
And it's a lot. There's a lot of changes.
Oh my gosh. Yes, there is. And, you know, I'll say this more in the show, but there's a little preview. Everything that I complained about last week about what we didn't get from season 1, they put into this episode.
And they literally were listening. They're like, wow, Brent's really upset about this.
Right.
Let's
get in the time machine, go back and fix it and reshoot the whole series. That's exactly what they did.
Yep. Yeah, I totally believe that.
They because I was right. They just knew that I was right. You know what else I was right about? Other stuff we'll get to.
Literally
stuff we'll get to in the show. Dude, I saw that and I was like, yes, I got it.
They hadn't even said it. They hadn't even said it yet. And I'm just like, look at that.
Oh, I was so happy. It was the best thing. It was such a best thing.
So we're not going to say what it is. We'll get there. But I do specifically to you, YouTube, thank you for not ruining that for us. I mean, we skated right up to the precipice on that, and you were great. So thank you. Thank you for that. Please continue that. Don't ruin anything for us. No spoilers, no hints, no anything. We've got theories. We've got questions out of this one. Don't answer them, please.
Let us have it. Don't tell us that this sets something up for something later on, or this is just a one-off. You don't have to. Don't tell us that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just talk amongst yourselves, not with us.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I knew something was going to happen because, it's 30 years down the line. You've seen pictures and things, but I didn't know what was what or who was who or where things were or when things were from or how things happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't even know this change happened. Like, I'd never even seen pictures that this doesn't even flip a switch for me.
I mean, okay, we're going to spoil the show right now. Is this change permanent? Is this just a part of the, I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah.
I think that's our hint that we need to start this bad boy and start asking these questions.
We should. Hey, folks, listen, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff with the videos. And hey, listen, if anybody would like to do this, I'm just going to, on behalf, and Jeff is going to find out what the address is and he's going to put it in the show notes. Write a letter to WBTV and tell them to just release every copyright claim on anything that we put out for this show. Because
seriously,
just please, like it's annoying at this point. And or let them. I don't even need them to release copyright claims. Just let them write us a letter so that we have it, saying, "Yeah, you guys can do it. Go ahead."
It's cool. We'll just start every video holding that up,
right,
and then go. Like, here, we're good.
Right.
That's a pain. And we completely respect copyright. We get it. We want to do this right.
Want to work within the system. Not trying to subvert it at all.
Nope, but we are working within the system. So stop making us go through your stuff every single time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Special treat.
Jeff. Oh yeah, it's season 2, right?
It is season 2.
New stuff. It's season 2, and there's new stuff. Let's do it.
New stuff. Here we go.
This is my first time.
You're new here, aren't you?
First time.
Welcome to Babylon 5 for the first time. Not a Star Trek podcast. My name is Jeff Akin, and I'm watching Babylon 5 for the first time.
And I'm Brent Allen, and I'm also watching Babylon 5 for the first time. Jeff and I are two veteran Star Trek podcasters. You might even say we're now veteran Babylon 5 podcasters.
Hey, hold on. Fun little thing.
Uh-oh.
I messed up a thing over here. We got to start over.
Oh.
I'm glad I caught it real fast. Are you cool with that?
I'm fine.
I literally didn't hit record. So
that would be an issue.
Yeah, kind of a problem.
Hey, YouTube, because listen, this is the unedited behind the scenes version of how all this works. Well, we're going to do that part again for the second time.
Yeah, for the very second time.
Hey, can you pump the volume on that a little bit? Like, because it was kind of low for me on my headphones. Like, pump the volume on it just a little bit. Because I want to hear that again, because that's cool, man.
Cool.
We got new music.
It's my first time.
You're new here, aren't you?
First time.
Welcome to Babylon 5 for the first time, not a Star Trek podcast. My name is Jeff Akin, and I'm watching Babylon 5 for the first time.
And I'm Brent Allen, and I'm also watching Babylon 5 for the first time. And specifically, I'm watching season 2 for the first time.
We made it. We got all the way to season 2. Brent, we are officially veteran Babylon 5 podcasters at this point.
Listen, we got brand new theme music to go with it. Which is awesome, by the way, because that other one's kind of getting on my nerves. I know we threw that, you threw that one together really last minute just to give us something to do. And I love what you put together for this new season. Super impressed with it. We are two veteran Babylon 5 Star Trek podcasters right now, still watching the show for the first time. But you know what else we are, Jeff?
What's that?
We are two veteran Star Trek podcasters.
We are
watching this show for the very first time, and we're searching for those Star Trek-like messages in the series and trying to decide if we should have watched it sooner.
And yes, we should have.
Yes.
Right? I think we talked about this in the wrap-up.
I'm going to try that one again because I want to change how I say that.
Yeah, let's do that. I think this is a great time to make the change.
Yes, here we go. You ready? You know what else we are, Jeff?
What's that?
We are two veteran Star Trek podcasters as well, watching Babylon 5 for the very first time. And in this show, we are searching Babylon 5 to find the Star Trek-like messages in this series and trying to decide just how much we like this series.
That we are. We are Star Trek podcasters, though, and we are loving Babylon 5. I was going to say we're trying to get into it, but we're there. We're loving it, every minute of it. But as Star Trek podcasters, we're not going to be able to avoid it. We are going to be making some Star Trek references. But to keep us on point, to keep us honest, we're going to play a little game called the Rule of 3. Brent, that means you get up to 3 Star Trek references, and me?
Nope. This is season 2, which means everything multiplies. So now I get 6.
So you get 6 and I get 36. Is that? Yeah. Sure. Hey, we get 3, and when we drop one, you're going to hear that sound everybody loves, but it's going to keep us on point. It's going to keep us focused on talking about Babylon 5.
I like it when people buzz themselves in the comments.
It's the best. And this is the part of the show that I love and look forward to so much, where we read some of the comments and things that have come through. But we've been a little bit asleep at the wheel for, the entire first season of this show. Remember back when we said people could listen to us and leave reviews on Audible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people have been doing that. And
have they?
Yeah. And I didn't go and look until we had the giveaway in the season 1 wrap up last week. And I was like, oh my gosh. So we still need to figure out what we're going to do with all of the reviews that we received for the giveaway. But I do want to go back and catch the handful that left 5-star reviews for us before we did the giveaway.
Love it.
So an Amazon customer says, The best shows reviewed by the best podcasters.
I like it.
That's pretty cool. And hey, I forgot one really cool thing. These are all 5-star reviews. So,
Oh, yes.
Chris calls us amazing. Michael says it's a smart and funny analysis by Star Trek vets. And out of the UK, Mike says, what a treat for longtime fans. There's a lot more verbiage. Audible lets you write quite a bit in there, but in the interest of time, I just wanted to give these awesome listeners and viewers a shout out and thank you for leaving
Oh, yes.
some 5-star reviews.
You guys are awesome. Let me add my thanks. That's super cool and super dope. And we're on Audible. That's amazing too.
We didn't have to write a book.
Right?
There we go.
Right? But thank you. No, seriously, guys, thank you so much for leaving those reviews. They mean the world to us. And, you know, while I don't know that they really help push us up in any algorithms or anything like that, what it does is when people are looking for cool podcasts, they look and see what you guys thought and said, hey, they thought this was cool. Let me check it out too. And then our little Babylon 5 community that we've loved so much, Jeff,
So
just
much.
grows. Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are awesome. Wait, this is the best fan community I've ever been a part of, and I've been part of a lot of fan communities.
But every fan community has, you know, that guy in it.
Oh
And
no, do we got that guy?
we got that guy. And this is the cool thing about Babylon 5 for the first time. We're going to share all the reviews. You throw anything in there, it's
Yeah.
going to make it. I've actually been looking forward to bringing this one up. This one's from Apple Podcasts. It's
Okay.
from Plotinus90.
Okay,
We got
good
2
job
stars.
putting your real name in there. 2.
2 stars.
You?
from Plotinus90. Yeah. And it's great. Plotinus took the time to flex their brain cell and put these words probably onto their phone, or probably their parents' phone. It says, podcast by 2 mucus-covered man-children who are incapable of watching an epic story unfold without making completely inane references and comparisons to their favorite children's show.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. We do make completely inane references to our favorite. Oh, I don't. Yeah. Well, no. See, it wasn't a children's show because I didn't come to this
Oh,
as a child.
that's fair. I did. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
think that was very directed at me.
Yeah.
I feel very seen in that comment.
Yeah, and mucus covered.
Yeah, totally.
Mucus covered?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my gosh.
I wonder if, like, maybe, do we have, like, is there anything, do I have anything
No.
sticking out of my note? No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
Mucus
what?
covered man children. Man, the insults just keep getting better and better. Well,
I
actually,
know.
no, I don't know. That still doesn't top Jump Ray to Chuckle Nugget.
Yeah, that was great.
Like that one's still fresh, but like
And that's still one of my favorite stories of our whole podcast. Mark and I have
It
talked.
really is.
We've actually kind of become buddies online, and
you go.
yeah, it's just fun. Go back and listen to some of our old stuff if you have no idea what we're talking about on that one. One of the cool games we like to play on this show is we don't look ahead. We don't read episode synopses. We don't look at pictures. We just read the title. We came into this one, Points of Departure. Brent, do you remember what you guessed Points of Departure was going to be about based on the title alone?
yeah, I think this is one I waffled a lot on. And I said something about the effect of like people are gonna go their separate ways here. Like people are gonna split apart. And I don't think that happened at all.
Yeah, not really. I mean, a little bit.
Yeah.
Sort of, if you really read into it a lot.
Yeah.
And sort
How
of.
about you, Jeff? What did you say?
So I thought that this was really going to be focused on Delenn. And I thought this was going to be like 6 months into the future. And Delenn
Okay.
was going to emerge from her chrysalis. And we were going to be talking about what happened to her. And then we were going to see the points of departure that President Clark was making from President Santiago.
Right.
I could not have been more wrong. Well, I could have been a lot more wrong, to be honest. At least I used character names, but that's about all I got.
Right. Yeah. We both missed this one, and everybody out there had a good laugh at our expense. But
Which is one of my favorite things. I love when people laugh at us for that.
I mean, but we did have a pretty major departure,
Mm-hmm.
kind of before this episode, but still in this episode.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into. Jeff, speaking of big departure and stuff that happens in this episode, for those of us who haven't watched this one in a while, or maybe we've never watched it before and you guys are just listening to us because you think that we're awesome, why don't you tell the folks out there what this episode, Points of Departure, was about?
It's chaos on Babylon 5. And that, hold on, I've got a, oh God, sorry. I have important updates that are pending. Okay, remind me later.
Welcome YouTube to the behind the scenes, unedited.
Right. Sorry. Well, anyway, Ivanova's been running for the last 8 days trying to keep the station running. She's been grieving the president. God, sorry. Here it is again. All right. I'm going to click OK real quick. Holy crud. Look at this. Dude, they turned up the lights. Babylon 5 got a visual upgrade. This whole show just looks a lot more, I don't know, kind of dressed up. Maybe I should have clicked that update a little sooner. Anyway, Ivanova's been holding things together while Garibaldi lies in a coma. Jakar is nowhere to be found. Delenn is in a cocoon. Yay high. And nobody bothers mentioning Londo. Well, she gets a call from the general, and relief is on the way. Captain Alan Bradley, nope. Captain John Sheridan is going to be arriving soon. He's going to take command of the station. Command of the station? Wait. Why is everything falling on Ivanova to deal with, and why is someone coming to take command of the station? Oh, okay. Somebody at Earth Force, for some reason, has permanently reassigned Sinclair to Minbar as an ambassador. And, for some reason, Sheridan was President Santiago's choice for command of the station if anything were to ever happen to Sinclair. Now, speaking of Minbar, Lanier continues to watch over Delenn while some random gray council dude shows up and showers them both with his abject disappointment. He also shares that the rogue ship, the Trigati, is nearby. You remember the Trigati, right? Well, probably not, but you might remember its commanding officer, Seneval. He's the guy that Delenn said in Legacies committed suicide when the surrender order came down in the Earth-Minbari War. Well, apparently the ship, now under the command of its first officer, Kalain, has been cast out of Minbari society and has been looking to pick up the war again. And now with Sheridan being given command, they just might have their opportunity. You see, Sheridan, back during the war, mined an asteroid belt with fusion bombs. That ended up taking out the flagship, the Minbari flagship Black Star, and 3 other heavy cruisers. We know this person as Captain John Sheridan. The Minbari know him as Starkiller. And Kalain's here to kick the war back off. He threatens Lanier and Delenn only to get arrested and interrogated. Once left alone, he uses a suicide tooth and he dies in custody. The Trigati emerges from a dump gate. That's a different episode. The Trigati emerges from a jump gate and they launch fighters. They're goading Sheridan to attack, but he shows his experience as a soldier in war. He picks up on a few clues, specifically them using the phrase, "nothing left except honor and death," which is a far cry from honor and glory. And he refuses to engage. He calls for help, and a Minbari cruiser responds. They shear the engines off the Trigati, and it decides to self-destruct, choosing death over honor. In the meantime, Lanier wraps up 22 episodes of exposition and questions that we've had in about 2 minutes with Sheridan and Ivanova. See, Sinclair was abducted and brought to the Grey Council, and apparently others were after Sinclair's experience. And while there, they scanned him and found that he has a Minbari soul. They believe that one generation's soul moves into the next, and that Minbari souls have been moving into humans. That forces them to call for an immediate surrender so they didn't destroy any more Minbari souls. They haven't told this to anybody except, apparently, President Clark, and he doesn't believe that this is true anyway. Also, Lanier says that more changes are coming. Oh, also, on his own, privately, talking to the cocoon that Delenn is, he wishes that he could have told them everything. We now know that a great enemy is returning. Oh, and also, Brent, how long ago did you call all of this? Lay it on me.
First of all, I just want to say how ashamed I am at how long it took me to pick up on the bit that you were doing through your.
I loved it. I loved that you were just like,
I was
sorry,
like,
it's-
sorry, I got it. I see what you're doing. I got you. I'm with you. Listen, this episode gave me everything that I needed from season 1. That, like, you remember last week in the wrap up when I was like, okay, here's all the stuff that season 1 didn't give me, and I'm kind of pissed about it. This one episode fixed it all. It gave me everything I needed so that we can move forward.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I finally feel like we're going somewhere. Like season 1 really just felt like it was just sort of meandering and circling, and like we heard from the viewers out there, it's so much world building. Well, you know what world building means? Like that's code for ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? Like nothing's right. People are like, yeah, I usually skip season 1 and just start with season 2. And I'm like, well, if you know how everything's laid out, sure. Because nothing really happens in season 1. I feel like stuff's happening now. And man, I loved this episode. It like, this is good TV, and I mean, I've got so many details to get into, but it really, if you had skipped all of season 1, the recap that Ivanova gives you at the beginning of where everybody, like, she just gives you okay, here's where everybody is. Go. Yeah. And then at some point later, she's like, okay, here's where all the ambassadors are, which I love. She's like, Londo's doing something, Jakar's off the station, Delenn's in a cocoon, and we still don't know what Kosh looks like underneath the suit. Like,
yeah,
I was like, it gave you everything you needed. It was the previously on, and then away we go. We've got a new captain, which Jeff, I like this guy.
Same.
I like I said it in my watch video. I immediately like this guy. There was something about Sinclair that just turned me off, and like from his opening line in The Gathering, I was like, who's this guy? But this guy, John Sheridan, he's a little goofy, but man, he gets it.
Yeah,
he really gets it, and he like, I mean, more power to Michael O'Hara. We discovered about some of the issues and stuff that he was facing. I didn't know that it was going to lead to him going off the show, which I still wonder if he's actually off the show.
I know they left a lot of doors wide open.
He's still like, they didn't kill the character. Like the character's still out there, so he very much could still be a big part of this show and moving forward. And like I kind of wonder, nobody tell me until after we're done, unless it truly is no spoiler. Like, was this actually a part of the plan from JMS in the first place, or was this a reaction to behind the scenes stuff that was going on? I don't know. Because this feels like what would be the right next move for the story, not just a casting change. And so man, I'm excited. I'm excited for where we're going. I'm excited for what we've got. I'm kind of mad that I have to sit here and talk with you about this because I just want to go watch the next episode. How about you, Jeff? What you got?
So this might be a fun conversation. Let me start with the good on this, and that's like the production changes were striking and immediate.
Oh yeah, their budget must have like doubled between season 1 and season 2. Like, it was phenomenal.
My guess on a couple of things is people have been, I mean, we could spend over an hour of me just naming the people who have given painful details about the computers that were used to process the graphics through all this. It's great. They run Amigas. Cool. That's awesome. What I know from that point in time is like Pentium processing became a thing and processors. So I think really they just upgraded their computers. I don't even know that it was necessarily even a massive budget increase.
Well, you know what I wondered was, you remember with Star Trek how they went back and remastered the DVDs and the film, and they redid the special effects.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if they've done that with BS5 with Babylon 5. Like, have they gone back and remastered some of the stuff from the original run? Because Like I even noted that. I was like, it looks like early 90s graphics,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks good. Like it looks
it's
clean,
kinda,
it looks crisp,
yeah.
it looks clear. You know, it still very much was computer generated. There's no mistaking that. But it wasn't like fuzzy and looked like a matte painting at all either.
It survived the stretch to, our widescreen, bigger TVs and all those things. And
Does it really count?
I think it does. I mean,
Does
you
it? Okay.
literally went
Fine.
right to like, well, Star Trek. I mean, there's
I
400
literally
other,
said the word.
You did, and there's 400 other series that like remastered stuff. You didn't have to.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I loved Sheridan. He's, like I said, immediately he was likable, but I think specifically he was approachable. The minute he met Ivanova and then the aide that she just yanked and she's like, "Hey, look like we expected him to be here." He's just cool and
Yeah.
and he's kind of ridiculous in what wanting to get his speech out and everything, but he's also tremendously competent.
Yes.
In multiple scenes on this, he picked up on when he was interrogating Kalain, when the Trigati fighters were out there, he picked up on these little clues and was able to piece together the whole tapestry from that. Like I was just really impressed with him in a way that, yeah, Sinclair just never hit the needle for me. But overall, I didn't really care for this episode. Like,
really?
Yeah. I was surprised to hear how much you loved it.
No, yeah.
It was totally necessary, right? It grabbed, it picked up right where Chrysalis left off and made the changes that needed to happen, made them in a way that made complete and logical sense. And now I believe that, like, we got Chrysalis, we got points of departure. Now we're ready to go and do things. Like, this was that pause before going.
Like get it all set because we got some changes. I remember doing Beam Me Up, another podcast, and we got to the end of The Next Generation season 1. And the very next episode, season 2, episode 1, is an episode called The Child.
Yep.
It is an ostensibly horrible episode.
Objectively, yeah, no question.
Yeah, like it's not a good episode. And I don't mean bad, like it's morally reprehensible or anything like that. Like it's just not a good story. But there was so much that happened between season 1 and season 2 that to try to explain all the changes that happened on the ship to my first time watcher was ridiculous. So we had to watch that episode just so that he could catch all the changes that happened on the ship. Had nothing to do with the plot of the story. It just had to do with, okay, this person's here, here's this new person over here, they got rid of that person, here's this, here's that. This was way better than The Child. Maybe I just am so excited that we learned so much information.
Yeah.
And we got the information dump. Maybe it's that I'm so excited that I predicted the entire thing and I got it absolutely correct. And we'll talk more about that in a few minutes, I'm sure. Or at least I will. You might drown me out. I don't know.
Well, first, it's 2. That's
don't
2
care.
for you.
I don't care. I don't care anymore, Jeff.
You hit 3.
Care.
You just might care. Well, I think that gives us a good kind of launch question that I had. And like, are we satisfied with how they wrote Sinclair off of the main screen on the main, like the show on this? Like,
okay, are we gonna? Well, again, did they write him off?
Well, they this is what I think. They wrote him off the main story now. I have some huge theories on Sinclair. I don't know if you want to go there yet or not, but I've got a really big one.
Well, I mean, let's. I think we're gonna, in order to have the discussion, we're gonna have to decide because I didn't know. Like, I was sitting here. I was like, okay, either Sinclair has been written off the show and they've brought in this new guy, or Sinclair has been reassigned. He's still a part of the show. Like in Stargate, when the captain of the team gets turned into a general on the base, he's still around, but he's in a new role.
Okay.
Like, did they do that with Sinclair? And are we going to see Sinclair in the next episode? Or is Sinclair gone?
I think we're going to
because either way, he's alive. The character's still there. So
I think we're going to see him again. I don't think it's going to be next episode. I don't think he's DVD cover necessarily anymore, but he's the good, the excited to see Kai Wynn of Babylon 5 now. right? We're excited to see him. It's not like he's a bad, horrible person, but he's just that key political religious figure that shows up from time to time to move things in a direction.
I'm so glad you said that because like, how is
I was trying to
see Kai win?
I was gonna say like Vedic Bareil or something, but Vedic
No.
Bareil might be a really good because he's pretty just kind of dry.
No, Vedic Bareil was the worst.
He was terrible. I agree.
But
So
you know, like
see
if
my
you
struggle in naming.
if you said Garrick or Rom or Nog or any of those people, I'd be like, hell yeah, man! I'm excited every time they're on screen.
yeah,
But neither one of them are religious figures and icons or anything like that.
and I think that's kind of where they're going with Sinclair.
So let's just agree that for the sake of our discussion, until we learn something different, Sinclair or Michael O'Hara is off the show, and it's John Sheridan.
Yeah, that's my
Just
that's
to make
my
our
guess.
conversation easier.
Yeah,
I very much appreciated the way they wrote him out because it made sense to his character, it made sense to his arc, it made sense to the relationships that they have established before now. It did seem out of the blue, but the idea that they didn't just go make him an ambassador. No. They called him to Earth unexpectedly, and he's been gone. And he wasn't gone 6 months.
right.
It's just
a few
been a
days.
week.
Yeah,
It's been a week. That's all it's been. And, you know, easily within this 8 days, he could have had a few meetings. He could have gone here. He could have discussed some things over here. And now he's been reassigned, and we're moving forward with this new guy. So yeah, I'm 100% pleased with where they've taken him. And as I said, he's still alive. So if they bring him back, even for a guest role, or maybe he rejoins the cast later, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. He's still there. This is okay. Here we go. This is not a Jadzia Dax situation or a Tasha Yar where they just straight up killed him.
right. You're tapped,
I don't care.
and I got one. Just keeping track because I've lost track in past episodes.
I'm gonna use them anyway. I don't care because I've got like 5 other comments in my note. Oh shoot.
So you got to think about these things because if you do more, I mean, yeah, they're going to be here on YouTube. They have to hear the buzzer, but I'm going to go in the audio one. I'm just going to literally, I'll be like, and then what do you think? And you'll be like, and that's what blank. And then I'll just cut it out.
That would be cruel and
That'd be
unusual to the
terrible.
listeners. Because I know what I said. You guys at YouTube know what I said.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
They
very
won't.
cool at
Anyway.
all.
Yeah, we're gonna lose subscribers if you do that. So yeah, I was perfectly happy with how they wrote him off. What about you, Jeff?
I totally was also. I think it's also consistent with Lita Alexander was called to Earth after she saw Kosh in the
Yeah.
Dr. Benjamin Kyle called to Earth after seeing, like, there's a pattern here that when you see or exposed or know a thing that shouldn't, like, there's stuff, they recall you and reassign you. So this is totally consistent with what's happened to other characters. I thought it was brilliant.
That's great. That's great. Can I tell you the way I thought this episode was opening?
Yeah.
Is do you remember? You know what's usually a indication that a show that is set on a space station is about to get really good?
Yeah.
Is when they don't have a ship in the early seasons and all of a sudden they get a ship.
Okay. Mhm.
And I really thought with the opening of this scene with this Agamemnon ship that was out there, and they're like, yeah, so he's going to go to Babylon 5 with the ship. And I was like, cool, Babylon 5 is getting a ship. And they're going to now go do stuff, right? And yeah, no, that's not at all what it was. But
So
I was really psyched out about that.
I think it might turn it, and this is just me thinking as a design kind of a thing.
Yeah.
We've seen an Earth Force vessel, right? We saw the Hyperion come through before. So they've got a design for an Earth ship.
Mm-hmm.
This was an entirely new design.
This ship looked awesome.
It looked great. It
looked so good.
Yeah. Like this, if this had come through the jump gate in Voice in the Wilderness Part 2, I would have been like, oh, look at this. Instead of like, oh, look at that little ship they got there. They don't go and design a whole new ship and whatever for like to introduce John Sheridan. You know, like I think this ship or ships like it, we're going to see more Earth Force vessels one way or the other because it's a great design.
This one really reminded me of the X-303. You're not going to know what that is because that's a Stargate reference.
Look at you.
It's a Stargate reference, but it like physically it reminded me a lot of a thing there called the X303, which you'll eventually find out what that is when we do that podcast, Jeff.
Yeah, just a few more seasons of this. So the next question. Oh, go. Yeah, you were going to say.
I was going to talk about Ivanova because Ivanova's awesome. So the way she's yelling at those people in the elevator, like they're just on her, and she just goes, "Look, I'm going to move your chairs down the hall into the fusion reactor if y'all don't shut up."
Did she strike you as different in any way in this one?
Yeah, and I couldn't put my finger on it. What is it?
I don't know. The note that I took was when she was happier, I think. And I don't know if that's the right word, but when she was in Sheridan's room, like gave him the room and he was like, "Hey, I'm really going to be relying on you." And I feel like she was, when you are upper like executive level management or leadership and your superior swaps out, you kind of want to make your best impression, and so the way I'm looking at it now is she was just doing that. She was trying to be like overly friendly and help him feel very welcome. And just it sounds so bad because it's not that she's a mean person, but she just came across as nice. And that's not a thing I'm used to,
right?
In a good way, right? Like in a good way, but yeah, she was too nice.
But she also still had plenty of the snark because she's like, she's talking through the ambassadors with Sheridan, and she goes, "Yeah," and Delenn's in a cocoon, and he goes, "A cocoon?" And she's like, "Yeah, about yay high," and he goes, "Like butterfly or moth?" And she goes, "Yes." Like that's so classic Ivanova, like so good.
So I connected a couple. I don't want to say connected. I have a couple dots with her. I'm starting to connect, and I don't know what this is going to turn into. And part of me wonders if this show is too old to have gone here, but I kind of hope they're going to go here. But she talked about she keeps having dreams about Earth Force One blowing up. Okay. So she's having trouble sleeping and having these dream things. We know that she doesn't do well when she doesn't get a lot of sleep, right? She felt when Sinclair was able to put her to sleep with the breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah.
We also know she doesn't do well waking up when it's still dark. There are these little pebbles in the road that have been dropped about her sleeping, and where my mind goes with this, and maybe this is just 2022 sensibilities or whatever, is self-care and burnout. Like she's not getting the sleep that she needs to take care of herself. And are we going to have an arc or a story or something where like the stress is getting to her and she's just really burned out? I don't know.
I have no response to that. Yeah. Could be.
Yeah. I just wonder. I see the seeds there, and maybe that's just me as a manager, right, seeing those things. But also, I don't know that in 1995 we were having those conversations on television.
I mean, sure, people talk about burnout, but only when it becomes a plot point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, you know something we got? Okay, let's can we just go through the list of information we got in this episode?
The sheer dump of stuff? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start with one thing, and this was a thing that I complained about in last week's wrap-up episode. I said, I have no idea after an entire season how the station is laid out. You know what we got in this episode? We got a map that's color-coded.
Yeah.
And it said, this section is this, and this section is this, and this section is this. Now, I don't know it all just yet, but that's what I need.
Yeah, I know so much more. There's a couple of episodes ago, I forget which one, but YouTube was just full of comments about, oh, well, this stage, this section, this section, that. And I'm like, how do you know that? How do you?
Right.
Oh, apparently because in the future they start telling you what's on the station and where it is. Yeah.
So I very expected that. Oh, sorry. I very much appreciated that. Like I was so excited. Like I didn't even care that the guy coming on the station was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted the map.
It's like, all we had to do was ask a screen this whole time. How come nobody did this?
Just like they did. Oh, wait, I can't say.
Oh, yeah.
Only they did it in their very first episode. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another similarity or a reference. Only officers get real water. Everybody else gets a vibe shower.
Which sounds kind of great, maybe.
Sounds amazing. Way better than a sonic shower.
Right. Because that's not a thing. In fact, that's what I assumed a vibe shower was.
I'm sure.
I loved this reference to water because there were two things in this episode that really hit me as a former submariner. There are things that translate really well to starships and space stations, self-contained, not connected to whatever. On a submarine, we made our own water. We literally used reverse osmosis to create our own potable water for drinking and our own water for washing and plumbing and things like that.
Was it good?
It was fine. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not that picky when you're living in a basically wide awake nightmare.
Because presumably you're pulling out of the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's some desalinization and reverse osmosis that goes on.
Was it still salty?
No, not at all.
Okay. Did it taste all minerally and everything like that, or is it just
very bland?
Cool.
Very bland.
That's what water should taste like. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fine, but we had a limited amount, right? So there's a term you and others may have heard of, a Navy shower, where you get in, you turn on the water, you get yourself wet, you turn off the water, you soap up, you turn on the water, you rinse it off, and you get out like as quickly as possible in the least amount of water as possible. So this totally resonated with me.
Yeah.
There's a scene a little later when the battle was going on, or the stalemate with the Trigati, and they were going to send a message through the jump gate, and just the exchange there. Oh, it was so good. Prepare to open jump gate ready. Sending message. That is submarine language. That's how orders are given and acknowledged. It just, those two scenes to me just actually like added this level of military realism to the station that I really appreciated. So good catch. I didn't even have it in my notes because it was just awesome. And to me, it's like, yeah, finally.
Yeah. I didn't catch on military realism, but I don't have that same experience. So but you know what? It makes me glad to know that that's a thing. Cause I like when things are true to life like that.
Yeah.
Or a little more true to life. So we found out about the station layout a little bit. Still got more to learn on that one. We found out that officers have vibe, that we get real water where everybody else gets vibe showers. We found out that the Minbari do not hurt their own kind. Like it's a code.
Yeah.
That even among their warrior caste,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's like, well, maybe it's time we start. Yeah, you're still not going to hurt your own kind. Like, which sounds similar. It sounds really similar to another group of aliens that we're familiar with, which maybe this is we know that one was supposedly borrowed some pieces from the other, and that very well seems like that could have been borrowed.
Very possibly. But I also think this is not a plot point they're going to stick to.
Oh, really?
Like, I have a feeling that this is a thing where they're going to be like, so we said that, but what we meant was like, it's a generally accepted rule that we don't do it.
But people still do it.
Yeah. Especially because if Minbari never hurt or killed other Minbari, when Kalain grabbed the Grey Council dude and had like the rolled up paper version of a Wolverine claw up to it, he shouldn't have been worried. He should have been like, what are you going to do? Punch me? Because you're not going to kill me because we're Minbari.
Right. Okay. Just to go into the next piece, Jeff, of things we found out, like just the information dump that we got. I would like to do something prior to declaring this.
Okay.
From a previous episode on Babylon 5 for the first time.
Hold on, let me hit this.
Previously on Babylon 5.
For the first time.
I said this. Maybe there's something about Sinclair himself that is really important to the Minbari. And Sinclair. I'm going total Cisco and Odo on you here.
Okay.
Sinclair is part Minbari. That's it.
Whoa.
That's it right there. And it's a legacy. That's why the whole thing's been happening with him. That's why the whole thing's been happening with him, because Sinclair is part Minbari.
100%. 100%. Yes.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Literally, Linear's talking, and I'm just like, oh my, how? So you dropped that in, I think, Eyes, right? Way back in Eyes when we were
Sure.
guessing what Legacies was going to be about.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, haha. Yeah, and then I'm going to go crazy conspiracy guy. And I spent every episode after that trying to find proofs. And the thing is, like, we found them in every episode. And then here it is. Like, you nailed it. You got it perfect.
The whole explanation for what happened to the 24 hours, why they erased his memory, why they brought him on in the first place, what the heck the Great Council and Delenn was doing there, why the dude came out of Delenn's back quarters and like, if he remembers, we're gonna have to kill him. Like, the entire explanation for that was awesome.
Yep. It was amazing.
Loved it. Like, that's cool. You have these, and to go back to Soul Hunter, Jeff.
Exactly. Yes.
We went back to Soul Hunter where we're like, yeah, we got souls and you need to give these back to us so we can be complete again. Give us the souls back so that they can be reincarnated.
Yeah.
Or whatever your word is. And we're losing those souls to humans, or they're getting planted into humans. So what does that say about humanity as a whole? And that's why they pulled back, because Minbari don't hurt each other. And these are actually Minbari.
And they didn't want to destroy the souls because apparently they felt they were destroying them. And if they shared that, Minbari culture, society would completely collapse.
And so would Earth culture.
Yeah, everything.
So
the galaxy
nobody's
would
supposed
fall
to
in.
know
Yeah.
that this is what's going on. Like, so we can't share. I mean, they're going to have to eventually. Okay. So we have that. Now we go forward. I just want to revel one more time.
Just feel that. It's incredible. I think
It was something else.
I was blown away. Like you have really nailed a couple things on, but this, like, I was blown away when you got Drawl getting plugged into the machine way back.
That
in
was
Voice
easy.
in the Wilderness.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's like, yeah, of course. That this, literally, you're like, here's this. Wow. It's literally the show. Literally the show.
I can only imagine what the folks out there who like knew were like, oh my God, like, hey, that's why we do the show the way we do it. Anyway, so we go forward and then we get Lanier's prophecy dump. Like, what is the freaking prophecy all about? Which these were the questions, right? Like, what was going on at the Battle of the Line? Why was Sinclair having holes in memory? Why are they trying to keep him alive? And then what is this prophecy? Like, I think those were and then how the heck do you find your way around Babylon 5? Like, those were the questions that I had, right? All three of them. The prophecy is that a great enemy is returning.
That's a key word to me.
Yeah. And it's going to take both sides of the Minbari people, which I think in some level you think it's the religious and the warrior caste, but it very clearly is now it's the Earth and the Minbari.
Yeah, totally.
It's going to take them teaming up in order to defeat this enemy. And if they don't, bad stuff is going to happen. That's what the prophecy is about. Now, whatever the heck has to do with her in a cocoon, I don't know. Delenn is turning into a human.
That was what I was thinking also.
Was it?
Or like a hybrid, right? She's the next evolutionary step between Minbari and humans, or this, and then the triangle. Oh my God. A squared is Minbari, B squared is human equals C squared of whatever Delenn is going to emerge as. She is the Pythagoras of humans and Minbari.
Of evolution.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. I like it. Hey, and she's about to push her way out.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that they're stretching it out a little bit more. Like I thought in this episode, but it's good. It's good. Let that.
Well, she's emerging from the cocoon now, so ostensibly that's going to happen in the next episode.
Yeah.
And that's fine. We need to get that back. But that's what we get. I'm ready for this next episode. And Jeff, I mean, I think that's why I liked this episode. I mean, because you're right. Like, I think thinking back on what actually happened in this episode, it was just kind of meh. But all the stuff that we got was just freaking amazing.
Yeah. Can I drop my huge theory?
Yes.
So we know Sinclair is Minbari now, right? Like,
well, everybody. Well, maybe not everybody. Okay, there's a question. Are all humans part Minbari, or is it just some humans are part Minbari?
What I understood in Lanier's explanation is that some humans are, and then some have whole Minbari souls, and some have part Minbari souls.
Oh, really?
The souls are going in whole or in part to humanity. So I think there's, and then there was a line, I think it was, oh my gosh, who said it? I think it was Lanier who said it, but I'm not sure. But he said that Commander Sinclair was the first. There will be more. Well, what is the first? What? Because I think
he was the first one that they scanned, is what I understood it to be.
But he says he was the first. There will be more. Well, there are more. They already know there's more. So there's going to be more. What? And so my theory is that, because Delenn hasn't just been, I think that she's been excited about Sinclair, not just because, oh my gosh, you have a Minbari soul, because they got other humans that had Minbari souls. There would be Delenn's following and trailing other humans if it was just a question of the soul.
Right.
I think that Sinclair is Valen.
The god?
The god. So Valen, Dukat are like the big whatevers.
Okay.
It can't be Dukat that went, because Dukat is what his death led to the Earth Minbari War. So I don't think Dukat can be anyone who's alive now. It would have to be someone who's
unless the soul of Dukat has just gotten reincarnated. Oh, because in somebody who's 12 years old.
Yeah. And so far we haven't really had kids, but they've dropped Valen's name, a handful of times as like, like kind of the pinnacle of the leaders of the Great Council and what a Minbari strives to be. And so I think between Delenn, you're the one, you're the prophecy, you're this, you're all these great things. I think we're going to find out. And this is where I think Sinclair is going to pop back from time to time and eventually become a very regular character. Is he's going to be, and here we go. And the Sinclair that, oh my God, here.
Just say it. What is it?
In Babylon Squared, when Zathras was like, oh, are you? Oh no, not the one. Because Valen hadn't awoken in him yet. It wasn't about him being in pain or anything. The Sinclair that we saw in the blue suit wasn't just Sinclair. It was Valen Sinclair. Right. And so Delenn,
and that's why Delenn was with him, because it was obviously Delenn's hand saying, come on, honey, let's go.
Exactly. So it's going to be evolved Delenn, Sinclair, or Valen Sinclair, and then Zathras somehow comes in and says, okay, now that Valen has awakened in you or whatever, that now you are the one. So there's my theory. There's my wild theory for this.
All right. Well, hey, mark that this is the show that you did that on, because if you need to pull that clip later on for a future episode, you'll know how to go do that. Because I gotta tell you, looking through all that stuff is a pain in the neck. Trying to remember where you said something.
Right.
So anyway, big, huge information dump.
Yeah.
Which is just awesome. And I'm ready to go. I had a couple other things that I just noted, which are more side things. Does Lanier seem older to you in this episode?
He seems more wise.
Yeah. Because before he was a kid, he's kind of mousy, he's kind of whatever. And now, he's got some maturity on him.
He's got some texture, to his. Yeah. He said when Kalain had the PPG pointed at him, he was like, look, dude, shoot me or don't shoot me. I got stuff to do. Just, and I think Lanier of last season would have either been more academic about it or more awkward about it. But yeah, he just definitely has an air he's carrying himself with.
Also, what the heck is the third Thane of Chumodo?
I know.
Or Chudomo or whatever it was. Have we ever heard this before? What is that?
I think he mentioned that when he first arrived, in his very first episode. But I totally think of that of being like, yeah, I'm from the sixth bunk of the Franciscan order in Italy, or
I'm
whatever.
I'm from the great house of whatever, and the holder of the 6 rings and the chalice of something or other.
Hey, now you're skating really close. Right,
I didn't
there.
say it exactly.
You didn't. It's true, but right there. I don't know what.
Does that mean I steal one from you? Does that mean I steal one?
I only have one left. I'm going to hold on to that. Like,
right.
Let me have it.
Okay, well, I can't say that because I've used all my things. I was gonna make a reference to another captain on another show who came in and just gave orders without explaining what he was doing, and all he really had to do was just explain what he was doing, and everything would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But Sheridan needed to explain what he was doing when he was in command. It wouldn't have taken much. Wouldn't have taken much for him to just turn around and be like, "Hey guys, don't shoot." Why not? Because they're not gonna shoot back. They're trying to get you to kill them.
Yeah.
No. He just said, "Don't shoot," and just let them fly at you.
Especially in that whole space,
Captain?
that whole space where like, they're asking for for confirmation on this. And he's like, confirm it. Yeah, there was space to be like, yeah, confirm it. They're not going to fire back. We're fine. We're fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I just, anyway. Sheridan gets threatened at the end, or at least I think he's a threat. He's like, we will remember your name and it won't be forgotten, or something like that. Like, we'll remember them with honor, but we won't forget your name.
It makes me wonder, like, I get into the guts of Babylon, like operations of Babylon 5, and I'm like, is there going to be something where the Minbari pull funding or something in this? Or like, hey, either he goes or our money goes, or have we moved past that phase of world building for this?
I think that's what Delenn's going to be there to smooth over,
Yeah.
So, cause yeah, anyway, hey, those hand communicators in this episode, I saw a lot of the hand communicators. You do not put stuff like that directly on your skin and walk around with it all day long. Can you imagine the rash that these people have underneath those stupid hand communicators?
Seriously. Yeah.
Like, that's why you put it on your shirt, or you wear it as a watch, or you just speak into the air, or whatever you do. But this thing on the back, and it looks so uncomfortable. Like I'd just be walking and like I'd scrape it on a cabinet or something and it'd rip off, or like
I catch my watch on cabinet things all the time, and then you're gonna put this big thing on my hand.
Have you I noticed you have an Apple Watch. Have you ever broken the glass on your Apple Watch because you hit a wall or you leaned up against something and you didn't realize it?
I haven't.
I have.
That. Wow.
And they'll replace it for you, but like it's pretty easy to catch.
Yeah. And this is on their hand. Yeah. It's
Yeah. And nobody's sitting there itching it or anything like that. Like, come on now. All right. So I made this note. Is Sheridan the new Sinclair? And then later I said, no. Sheridan is not the new Sinclair. Sheridan is the anti-Sinclair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I think if you think about it, like that holds true. Sheridan or Sinclair was the guy that the Minbari wanted on the station. Sheridan's the guy they don't like two ends of the spectrum. He's not just a guy and they didn't get to pick him. Like, he's the worst guy you could have put on this station right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Okay, that's pretty much all I got out of being the anti-Sinclair. But like,
well, I think there's more to it also, because we didn't get a lot of backstory on Sinclair, but we know that he studied with Jesuits. He had pretty humble beginnings, like he's a line of fighter pilots kind of a thing, and so a bunch of military guys. Sheridan, on the other hand, was the privileged son of a diplomatic envoy who apparently backpacked his way through the Himalayas or whatever, had dinner with the Dalai Lama, who, by the way, I don't think the Dalai Lama eats. Like, he fasts every day after like noon or something like that. So maybe really? By dinner he means lunch or something. But like, Sheridan just really struck me as the like, hey, I'm a rich white dude. I was on the football team in college and still got my frat buddies I stay in touch with. But also I'm pretty cool and approachable. Whereas Sheridan was like the picture of imposter syndrome. I don't know why I'm commanding the station. I don't deserve this. And Sheridan's like, of course I deserve this. I'm John Sheridan.
Yeah, you're right. Dalai Lama, he doesn't eat till after 11:30.
Okay, yeah.
He takes his final meal at 11:30, doesn't eat anything till the next morning. You know what that's called, Jeff? That's called intermittent fasting.
Yeah. And
That's what that is.
And he's in great shape. He looks really good.
Listen, maybe I need to try intermittent fasting. I hear it's great.
Yeah.
I hear it's great for people. Like, bodies respond to it really well.
I intermittently fast when I sleep. Does that count? That's about it.
I intermittently fast between meals.
Yeah, right. Between bites.
Right. It's very intermittent. Okay, I got one more. Well, okay. Should we talk about Sheridan in his speech?
His speech was awesome.
Okay, I need to get the entire speech in. Like, I want to listen to the whole speech in one deal because I think there's probably a lot in that to actually dive into with where they're going. But I don't know because I need to go back and listen to it all in one deal. But yeah, because he talks about like how the dogmas of the past aren't going to carry us through the challenges of the future, and like all these things which seem very important to what's like the change of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
So but it's a good luck speech that he has to give within 24 hours, and he winds up giving it to an empty room, and he's like, that's good.
I loved that. I thought everything about that was great.
Yeah.
They teased like twice. He, when he was practicing, and then when he gave it to the shift with people on shift, they cut him off at the old Earth president Abraham Lincoln said, and then he gets cut off. I thought they were going to go down a house divided. I thought they were going to go down that route.
Yeah.
Because that's been a big part of the story in here. But where he went on the line you brought up, I think is much more apropos to, like, the house divided is great for Earth and the story that Earth is going through.
Yeah.
But the dogmas of the past to get you through the problems of the future is the galactic threat that we're now facing.
Right. All right. I've got one more on my notes, Jeff. I don't know what you have left on yours, but did we get another new cast member in this one?
I think so. So this ties with my last one. We got a new character and a new set that we're gonna see repeatedly.
Oh, like the bar or whatever they went in to go eat. Yeah. But
yeah,
but this like he's the pilot of the Starfury or something like that. He got way more lines and way more interaction than just a background one-off guest character.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
way back in Babylon Squared, I started thinking, because it was at like Alpha 7 or something like that was the pilot who went out there. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to start. And he had the camouflage Starfury. And I'm like, we're going to start naming pilots. We're going to start giving him personalities. I think this guy, I didn't catch his name. But I think this guy is that. Like, he's going to be the pilot with a name who then lets us kind of meet the other pilots around. And then they're going to hang out at this new bar. My last thought I had was, did you watch the open credits on this one?
No, I skipped it. Oh, okay. I skipped it.
There's a new voiceover.
Is there?
Yeah, you should go back and listen, because I won't give any of it away. Because frankly, the voiceover gives a lot of the season away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a massive, what I think is a massive plot point that is in the new voiceover that, like, they said it. There's a graphic, and I'm just like, oh my, like the first episode, and you just told me this is going to happen. Oh God. So
the show spoiled itself.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it was just, I mean, it's fine. It's fine voiceover. The new graphics look great. It has a weird total like mid 90s thing where it shows the actor when it puts their name up and stuff. Yeah. Like, it's a real big redress of the whole thing. But I don't know. They changed up the voiceover in a way.
Is it Sheridan's voice instead of Sinclair's now?
Yeah. It was fine. It was fine, except for it totally spoiled the season.
So should I watch it or not, Jeff? I guess if you got to be spoiled, I do too, right?
No, I'm spoiled. You don't be spoiled. Like, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Keep skipping it. Okay. And then when the thing happens, I can tell you, okay, there it is. Go back and listen to the VO.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll keep skipping it then. Because that little skip intro button's amazing.
It's so nice. Love it. Well, Brent, we have reached that part of the show where we boil this whole thing down. We see if the show has any of that Star Trek-y kind of quality to it. Maybe it has a deep moral message to it. Maybe it's holding up a mirror to our society or giving us hope that the future could be better. And we're changing this up a little bit. If you remember, if you listen back to our season 1 wrap up, Brent, we're going to split up the ratings on this a little bit. I am going to rate this episode on a scale of 0 to 5 deltas as to the Star Trek-y feel on it. You, Brent, are going to rate this episode on a scale of 0 to 5 Star Furies on just how much we enjoyed this episode.
And we don't get to override each other's ratings.
We don't. We can talk about our ratings, but
sure, but we don't get to override it.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And this will swap for each episode. We'll swap who does the deltas and who does the Star Furies. So Brent, do you want to go and do your Star Furies first?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before.
I know, right? Yeah.
I'm going to, okay. So Star Furies, this is how much I liked the episode. Cause like, I love the launch sequence of the Star Furies and like, I'm following. So they're super cool. So I'm going to give this one. Oh man. See, cause you had me questioning whether or not I really liked this episode or whether or not I liked the information dumps that we got.
And the episode for the future.
Yeah, like the episode itself wasn't anything spectacular, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But what the information we got was pivotal. So I'm going to give this one 2 Star Furies because the episode itself, like I get your point on that, and I agree. The episode itself wasn't particularly amazing, but it did what we need to do to kind of relaunch the show.
Yeah, it was wildly necessary. Everything in it was necessary. Yeah.
Yes. So, and this is on a how much you enjoyed the episode.
Yeah.
2. I'm gonna go 2. Yeah, 2 Star Furies.
I can't disagree with that. I feel really comfortable with that one because I mean it was fine. It was fine. It wasn't offensive. It was no Soul Hunter. In fact, it was good enough that it actually made Soul Hunter mean something. And that alone is worth a Star Fury. Like,
well, I mean, that's where I always go back to the Harry Potter stuff. Like, if you ever read the books, like the second book just made no sense in the greater context until you got to the end and you realized what was actually going on in the second book the whole time. But up till that part, you were like, whatever. It's kind of like Soul Hunter. Like, I don't know what's going on with Soul Hunter. Oh, actually.
Well, for deltas, right? This is that Star Trek-y message in the whole thing. I think the conflicts in this episode were rooted in the question of purpose, right? The Trigati's purpose of pursuing honor or death. The Minbari purpose of exploring the mystery of their souls and bringing Sinclair to their planet. And possibly the president's purpose of driving a wedge between humanity and the Minbari by putting Sheridan in place. But I think it also explores the concept of consequences. It's been 12 years since the end of the Earth-Minbari War, but the fallout is still super, super real. And Sheridan represents all that fallout to the Minbari. So purpose and long-term consequences, those are very Star Trek themes, very Star Trek worthy messages, but they're just roots of this episode. They're just parts of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really dive into them and explore them very much. What are you thinking?
Before you pronounce your deltas, I want to stump for this one.
Okay.
Because I think this was a very Star Trek episode.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a 5 Delta Star Trek episode. You're the one who gets to decide that. But I noticed a theme running through this episode. And this theme was about humanity, which is Star Trek.
Very, yeah.
Okay. And here was the theme. This was a theme about how we as humans will fight to the bitter end, whether it's a bravery or desperation, and maybe they're the same thing. Right. And we first really encountered that idea during the flashbacks with Delenn and the Great Council. And, they're kind of talking to each other going, well, maybe it's really the same thing. This was the thing that defines us as humanity as we face new challenges, is that even in a hopeless situation, we have zero, we can match up against these people in no way, but we're going to fight to the end as humans, you know? And then to tie that into Sheridan's speech, we can't cling to the dogmas of the past because they're inadequate for the challenges which we must now face. We have to, as humans, grow and adapt in order to become the last best hope for peace in the galaxy, or the last best hope for peace on Earth. And in doing so, we have to work together with our Minbari brethren. Now, we are more than what we thought we were. We're not just humans, we're now part Minbari. Like, you know what I mean? It's this, we're bigger, we have to grow, we have to adapt, but there is a tenaciousness that's in us that actually may not exist in the Minbari. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we will illogically fight to the end, even if there's no hope. And maybe that's what the Minbari need in order to defeat this growing. Like, that's where it comes down to.
Yeah.
Is that it's humans being humans, being our best, even when our back's against the wall. So I found very Star Trek stuff in this, you know, running through the course of the whole episode.
I appreciate that. And I, just so you know, I did add a half delta to my rating based on that, which will help. But
okay,
I agree. That is very Star Trek. That's more, in my opinion, that's more of a Mass Effect message than even a Star Trek message, which is great. But it's that whole piece that where Lanier talks about we have to come together to defeat this enemy.
Yeah.
And that's that Mass Effect message, is that every single player on the galactic stage brings something to the table, but it's humanity. It's humans that bring everyone together, actually unite everyone, and then give that spark where, like, that, exactly like you said, we're going to go fight the unwinnable fight because it's the fight worth fighting. It's very Star Trek. It's also very Mass Effect. To me, it rings very Mass Effect. But I was going to go with 2.5 deltas on there. I'm going to bump it to 3 on there. I struggle to bring it any higher than that, just because these were underpinnings through the episode to me in a big way that popped up in it. This episode was a vehicle for launching the rest of the series.
Sure.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, and setting up some of those themes that are Star Trek-y and thus justify so much of what we're doing.
All right, Jeff. Well, here we are in season 2.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of new stuff. We've got new theme music. We got a new captain. We got a new Star Fury pilot. We got a new mission, it seems like. We're going to start a new game. We like our games here on Babylon 5 for the first time. And we kind of started this last week when we did our season 1 wrap up, but now we're going to do it as we go forward. We're going to do it as we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to put together the absolute 100% completely accurate, definitive ranking of Babylon 5. Now, even though this is the first episode of the season, and we're going to do this to the seasons. All right. So even though this is the first episode of the season, Jeff, I'm going to ask you, where does this one, I'll let you choose, where does this one rank for the season?
Well, it's a tough one, right? I mean, there's a lot of things to consider here. I think, though, in the scope of the second season of Babylon 5.
And what we've gotten so far.
Right now, Points of Departure really has to land at the number 1 spot. So far, this is the best episode of the second season that we've seen.
I can't disagree with you, Jeff. It's just, like I said, it's absolute 100% completely accurate and definitive.
Yeah. No one can, it's objectively the correct ranking. Yeah,
exactly. Now, next week, we're going to add in whatever the next episode is, and we're going to decide if that episode goes above or below this one. And that's how we'll do the season rankings. We'll keep track of our top 5. Well, actually, we'll keep track of the whole dang season. as we go through, but specifically that top 5 episodes. And at the end of the season, we will not have to do the work that we did on the last wrap up because we will have that definitive ranking.
It'll all be done. Well, Brent, that's it for Points of Departure. We're officially in season 2. Also, that's our current number 1 episode for the season, right? Next week, we're watching Revelations for the first time.
Jeff?
Yep.
Are you sure that that's the title?
Pretty sure.
Are you sure it's Revelations and not just Revelation?
I'm going to go double check.
It's a mistake people make all the time. They talk about revelations when really they just mean revelation.
It is the book of Revelation. This is the episode Revelations. Yes,
okay.
This is Revelations.
Just wanted to check.
John didn't write this one. Well, we don't.
The Isle of Patmos.
Right? We don't look ahead at anything. Literally all we know about this episode is now we know officially it's called Revelations. And we like to guess what it's going to be based on the name alone. So Brent, based on that, what do you think Revelations is going to be about?
Well, I'm going to make a strong prediction about this episode. Delenn is going to emerge from the cocoon.
No.
Yep. I'm declaring it right here, right now. Declaring it to be so. Delenn will emerge from the cocoon in this episode, Revelations. And we are going to, it strikes me that it's plural, right? I think Delenn's going to come out and share some stuff with us. We're going to learn, I think we might learn even more about this prophecy and what's going on with the Minbari souls and humanity. And I think it might be kind of a continuance of that. And we'll find out what's been going on with Delenn during her time in the cocoon for 8 days is really a short amount of time in a cocoon.
It's the perfect amount of time for a week.
Yeah. It's kind of short. Like I think butterflies stay in their cocoons for longer than 7 days.
I think that you're getting pretty cocky with, that's a huge stretch on this guess. And I think you're getting so many things right. I don't know. I think this is where you fall apart.
It's possible.
This is the end of your streak. There's no way.
No way.
She's going to stay with that little piece cracked open for a few more weeks.
It was oozing out. Did you notice that?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, oh my gosh.
So gross. So the whole time it was sitting there, I'm just thinking, who's going to clean that up? Like when she gets out, like, do they have housekeeping that's going to come in and like,
yeah, they're going to call the valet. They're going to call the valet. They're going to wipe the ketchup off the wall and, clean up the ooze from the cocoon. So.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so gross. Well, I think we're going to get some different revelations in this one. I'm going deep cut on this. You know who we haven't seen for a while? Talia Winters.
Ooh.
And I think that the vicar is going to show up again and he's going to share all kinds of stuff about Talia Winters. We're going to get revelations about her and Psychor.
Wait, remind me who the vicar is.
The vicar was that horrible guest star with the weird hat that was negotiating with Kosh. So that Kosh
like the bionic
stuff.
Dude?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, right. I feel like that's our guy.
That's a direct call out. If you nail that, I'm going to say you cheated and you watched this episode before tonight.
If you're watching on YouTube, I'm Babe Ruthing this right now. I'm calling my shot. That's where it's right there.
Center field. Got it. Let's go.
Well, we're going to find out next week. Thank you so much for joining us on this, the best episode of season 2 so far.
Don't forget the best episode.
The last best episode of season 2. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you're listening or watching to us. And please do stop by Apple Podcasts and leave a rating and review. We will happily read it here on the podcast.
Or so Audible.
Audible, because they leave. You can do that on Audible. And it's so cool that they're on there. Well, Brent, until next time.
Hey, Jeff. I know I keep interrupting you. Whatever you're about to say.
Mm-hmm.
Please remember the core of what this show is. Not a Star Trek podcast, Jeff. Please don't go back to Live Long and Prosper now that we're in a new season.
Got it. Until next time, folks. Peace and long life.
Really? Really?
It's my first time.
I
Yeah,
like the
really.
outro.
You like that? Let me play it again for you. I just bumped it up. I need to make these a little louder on the pads.
Yeah.
This is my first time.
Hey, the girl saying this is my first time. You need to make her a little louder, or you need to duck the music just a little bit while she's talking. Yeah, just duck it a little bit, and it'll be fine. That's good. I like that. That's a great ending.
Yeah, that's
way better than Peace and Long Life. Whoever came up with that idea.
Seriously, where's that from? Yeah, the season 2 theme is it's banging. It's good.
I can't wait to see what you're gonna do for season 3. Is this gonna become a thing? Like we're gonna get a new one each season?
So I literally hit play and was watching it, and then the credits started and this music started. And I just thought, oh crap, I got to do new music because the music for the season changed, and so I went to go find the music and download it, and yeah, they changed the theme music every season. So
do they really?
So that means we're going to change our theme music every season.
All right, I'm gonna leave that one up to you.
Thanks.
You know what? Because honestly, Brent sucks at that. So
we're a strength-based organization here. That's what we do. We play to each other's strengths.
There we go. All right. Hey, YouTube, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. Here's what we know. Like, we've probably just lost a lot of viewers because they watched to the end of the episode. And like, there's a handful of you guys that are still watching right now. But thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. Thanks for all the comments. Jeff and I love getting to interact with you guys. And we'll do that as soon as this episode drops. Like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff on YouTube. And we'll see you next week when we watch Revelations. There we go. Revelations. Peace out, guys.
See ya.